Saddest thing is I can't remember jokes. And if I could remember jokes, I would have gotten a lot further a lot faster, don't you think? And good night. And the guy from the back of the room yelled out, "No, you're great. Keep going."
Louis Black.
How we doing?
Hi, Dan Rosenberg. How are you?
Oh, just great.
Yeah, you look like it.
Yeah, I'm really happy. What? What are we? I don't even know what we on. Are we on anything? Or is this? Yeah, I know. But this could be a fake thing. You know,
there's a cord.
Oh, excellent. I know. And it's
Plugged
connected.
in.
Yeah, right. So what?
I don't know.
It's corrected. It could be connected to a refrigerator at this point. I go, yeah, that's great.
Gets us into the festival for free. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Let's be honest here. So, Louis, normal people don't do what we do. They know the comedy thing. What's wrong with you?
Boy.
Speechless?
Well, really, the list is endless. When you know what you want to know the truth?
Yeah.
As opposed to it being funny, and I could really.
Let's be truthful. Let's open up. I'm like Barbara Walters. Cry, damn it.
When you have a mother who basically, when you get 4 A's and 2 B's, says, "How come you got the B's?" That's where comedy starts. Okay, that's the beginning of it. It's someone who really enjoys learning from failure. You know how stupid that is as a gig. A gig in which the only way you learn is if you suck.
Yeah.
You know? And when you suck, you learn something. And if you don't suck, you really don't learn anything. So that's why I got into it.
That's good. It's like a prostitute, same way.
It's exactly.
The more you suck, the more you learn.
Very nice. That's good.
We'll tie it all
I can
in.
see how you got this job.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see what they're
Good
paying
you
me.
bounced back because I really was going into a blank mode there.
What's your favorite joke? You obviously have been on the road forever. You have to have some, people come up after every show and say, "Hey, here's a joke. Put it in your act." What's your favorite one you've ever heard?
The saddest thing is I can't remember jokes. And if I could remember jokes, I would have gotten a lot further a lot faster, don't you think? That's why my comedy is character-driven.
What's your favorite street character?
My favorite street character.
What do you mean street character? Well, I went from character to joke. I don't know.
Character.
You said you do characters.
What's a street character? I don't do characters. I do a character. I do the guy who yells.
Okay.
I do the angry guy. And then I point my finger a lot, and people seem to enjoy it. But there are no jokes. It's just like they don't let me go, and they go, ah. That's funny.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. No, I can't. I really am. I'm like blank when it comes to jokes.
Okay, that's okay. How about a hell gig? You have to remember your hell gigs. We talked about bombing earlier. You've got to have.
You mean
other than this?
Other than this.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew where you were
Good. And you're quick too.
See that?
Boy, I can get you real work.
Anyway, so let's talk. Who's your management? There he is. Okay, look at that. It works perfectly.
No, the worst. This is a quickie. This is absolutely true. The worst gig I ever had was I was auditioning for an open mic night at a place called Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut. I was going to the school there at the time in playwriting, and I went over there to try to get a job as a to be the MC for bands. In the middle of what was just a total. I mean, there's 9 punk bands auditioning and me. So 4 bands into it, it's just, even with the noise off, it's as loud as it's ever been, and people are playing pinball machines, and there's like 19 people in the room. A woman is just off stage left, and I'm talking about, I use the word boobs during my set. She starts talking about how I have a really small dick, and she's gonna, I bet I got a really small dick, and I bet if she came up on stage and pulled my pants down, everybody see how small my dick is, because that's the reason I'm doing this stuff, and I have no idea what she's just going on and on about my penis. Nobody can hear her, because nobody's paying attention to me anyway. And she walks on stage and pulls her blouse up and shows me her tits. And then that was when I blanked out. She turns around and shows the tits to the audience, and she walks off stage. Outside, there's literally a window. People on the street stop. This is absolutely serious. She sits down. This is an absolutely true story. She sits down, and just there, and this is when I learned the secret of comedy. It's tension release. At that point, I can say anything. I can say, "Hey, mahogany elbows," and they would go, "Ah!" And she's the guy. Just as I'm getting ready to open my mouth, gets up on a table and says at the top of his lungs, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a and I brought this girl here tonight, and I think I deserve a round of applause." And they applauded him. And then the entire audience turned around to me, and looked at me and said, and I said, I'd like to thank my brother and sister for coming here tonight and helping me out, and good night. And the guy from the back of the room yelled out, "No, you're great, keep going." That was, and then once a guy, the best heckle was, "Why don't you go home and gargle with razor blades?"
Ouch.
Ouch, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
I literally, I couldn't stop laughing. And I said, "You win. That's the best I've ever heard." And I walked off stage. I let him win.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. It's a great one.
You know, a topper.
It was perfect.
Who were your inspirations as a comedian when you started out?
All of the ones, Carlin, all those guys, Newhart, Shelley Berman, Pryor, Lenny Bruce, those guys.
The good ones.
Lily Tomlin for my feminine side.
Yeah. Or your masculine side.
Yeah, and then all these comics that appeared on, there was 150,000 comics who appeared on Ed Sullivan. I watched all of them. Jonathan Winters.
All funny people.
Tremendous people.
Lewis, thank you very much.
It was really a lot of fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah, so then about 6 people masturbating watch this
Right now.
Good, I hope so.
Woo! Thanks, Lewis.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Thank you. Lewis Black, ladies and gentlemen. Lewis Black. I'm going to do 5 minutes about my life. Joanne?